Now then, young fella, we'll have a little bit in today and we'll buy our two selves.
Yeah.
We'll have some honesty. You are a lying, skiving, snivelling son of a grandson of a nobody. You're a dead loss. You were crying, oh my God, up granddad. I got to get out, I'm skint. I thought now I'm going to manage the next day. I don't think I'll go somewhere with it. No, I won't. I went by them crisps, 2 days at sixpence.
You would have talked some shite.
I'm tired. I'm not talking like that. I'm not speaking in that kind of language either. I am speaking in the proper manner. That's it, what you are.
Well,
I am supposed to have you as a grandson of all the limitations. And you wouldn't buy a packet of crisps because you said they were over there. And then you go do this. So where you got this money from?
I had it left over. I thought I'd treat myself.
But you didn't have any. You said you didn't have any.
Yes. That's only because you asked to lend some money.
Me asked? I've never asked for lending money. I've never asked for any money. Do you know why I've never asked? Because nobody ever would. Never. That's something you can't say. No. I'm giving you some stick now. You're having it. You're going to get it tonight from Grandad. Oh yes, you do. I haven't finished with it yet. In fact, I haven't even started. You lying shot. I ain't note. Can you?
Hang on.
There you go.
Whoa there. Who paid for your dinner on Saturday?
You did.
Exactly. So how am I suddenly Mr. Tight
Because
Wallet?
your mother gave you money to do it.
She didn't.
No, but that's what you said, but you lie.
It's you talking at your rectum.
No, I'm not. And then you went home and had to go and lie down because you'd done it.
Just like you did that time at Goal at traffic lights when you literally did a Jeffrey Horn in the car.
Oh, no, nobody can do a Jeffrey Horn.
Bloody, come on, that's up.
No, nobody, don't be so ridiculous. Nobody can compete with that. Where did you get that idea from?
It stunk. It was the closest thing to you actually having a shit in your pants.
You have never seen anybody in this life who can compete with your friend and your deep pal and sincere pal, Jeffrey Horn, or whatever they call him.
Smelly ass.
Yes. And you, of all people, to associate with him. And that's another thing.
What?
Leave it car and it drive, didn't you? To get me sit in car before I could get a sniff and it nearly dug me out.
No, he didn't break wind until we got on the motorway.
But he'd already done some before it got to me.
I don't think he had.
But he had. I could smell it when I get it car.
That's probably you, because you washed your ass that morning.
Never mind how you know it was, because you wonked your ring up twice that day.
He did it.
You wonked your ring up.
He did it as soon as he got onto where the conch flow was on at Junction 6 at M18.
Yes, you mentioned it. Remember all that, can't you?
December the 1st, 2007.
Yeah.
You're still mentally scarred from that incident, aren't you?
Yeah.
Even from them strange looks you had at Bert and Agnes Hall car park from ladies.
Yes, because
It was a freezing cold morning.
At this time of the year, and there's an old fella there opening all car doors, but they didn't know what distress I was in, did they? You would organise that. You, of all people. You knew full well what he was. So you didn't bring me down here. You lied.
Yeah, he has actually cleaned himself up a lot since then. Although, dramatic improvement. Although, I will say, what was last time I was there, it will be, I went out around Doncaster December 13th. I think it will be, yes, it will be December the 12th, I was last there. That was the day before the night out, the unofficial works do around Doncaster. And his other half, Rosemary, Garrett, call her.
Is that the name? I didn't know get a name before.
Rosemary Garrett.
Oh, she's like latest to Leslie Garrett, is she?
I very much doubt it.
I would think so.
No, she's from Parsons Cross, Sheffield.
She's a Sheffield girl, isn't she?
Yeah. I mean, I was sat on the chair nearest to the kitchen door, and how can his layout? Yeah, you walk through, you come into the front door, you've got a little patch where you can either turn right onto stairs or turn left, and immediately there's the door to the living room. And of course, to the left of you, the front window, you got big telly in corner. Immediately to your right, you got the settee on the, and then the back wall. There's the two chairs. I was sat in the chair nearest to the kitchen, and they were sat together on the settee. She was glued to the laptop, as she was for most of the time there, even though it's Jeff's. And suddenly she went, "Oh, babe!" He dropped a humdinger. Luckily, I was out of whiff range. But he has reined in the methane emissions.
But yeah, I ain't got to know how did he come to go with this stinking arse that he has? To Sheffield, how did he get to know this or something?
He must have let it be known to her that he does occasionally drop his breakfast in a...
You see, there's something matter with you. Because you would have shorted for a number of years with a girl who liked to fart, and she used to think it was hilarious.
Yeah, but,
now, can you remember what they
you
called?
know what her name is, Paula Slater.
Paula Slater, yes, yes. Paula Slater.
And I stupidly let her go with deep and long-standing regrets.
Yes. What
to this day.
Yes, but why didn't you do that when I tell you all this to think about things? And above all, I credited you with having more sense.
I know, you've said on many occasions.
Yes, I keep saying them while I die.
That can be arranged.
Yes. But that does not stop me being your evil, stinking, line-headed pig. You crying poverty and distress.
You don't have to talk out of your chuff.
No, I don't. That's the last thing I'm going to be accused of. That's the last thing I do. You know, nobody...
You did in this very room.
No, I didn't.
You did. I was sat here, where I am now, watching the television, as you do. That one over there. You were leaning over the table there, doing some tidying up or looking at a letter or something. And a little Tommy Squeaky came out of your rear end. And you went to the toilet for a drain off, and you couldn't aim straight for laughing.
Every time I got to the toilet, didn't I?
Oh yeah, but you know.
See, you didn't. Yes, you're told, and he's as well, and we're Paulus as well. No, three of you. He's worse, man. There's not to compare with him. I'm not comparing you with him. You were all three of you. You never go to the toilet first to get to it when you want to do it. I had to run sometimes. I'm emergency, but you are not in that state. And you give a great fart to that car and start giggling and laughing and waving like this with things we can't see. And that's what you do. Oh, I hear all that stuff, man.